Hi everyone, Mr. Morgan Lewis here again. This one's for the senior grades mostly, with the kicks that you guys are working on, which is mostly based around turning kicks and hook kicks. Well, we're going to work on the spinning hook kick, but the main thing we're going to approach is how fast you can physically perform the kick. Which means, of course, you need to make sure you've got room around you, you've got plenty of space, and you're warmed up, and watch carefully to the technique. So the key to a spinning hook kick, or a spinning kick being unseen as such, or less likely to be telegraphed, is the way you integrate your chamber and your pivot. So, for example, if you are going to do a spinning hook kick, right, and you have your guard up, you go chamber, you go round, you go around, you go around, and then you hook it round. By the time you've done that, your target's already either moved back 2 or 3 spaces or possibly countered. What we definitely don't want to do is spin first and then lift our chamber up, because what happens is we go off balance, and also it means our leg runs the risk of scooping up. Well, that's not a hook kick. As a matter of fact, I don't know what that is. Okay, so we have the guard nice and close. The first thing you need to practice, and we're going to break this down into stages. Stage 1 is to lift the chamber straight up to the side and tuck your heel in. So it's up like this. Now, obviously flexibility is where it is for everybody. So when you do this, just be mindful of it. But from this angle, what you're basically aiming for is your leg, or your knee and your foot, parallel to each other, okay? Doesn't mean it has to be up here somewhere, okay? Doesn't mean you have to lift your leg like that. If you can get your leg there, that's fine. But what we don't want is this down here, or this down here. You can see the alignment. We want to make sure our knee, so if that's my knee and that's my foot, need to be in line with each other, like that. That's the first thing we've got to do. So, from this angle, you're going to lift your leg like this. Do it a few times to get used to it. As you do it, okay, you're going to raise the heel of the front foot, like that, and down again. Like that, and down. Like that, and down. Then, of course, make sure you practice the other side. So the objective, again, is trying to get the leg parallel to the floor and down. Now, phase 2 is to integrate the spin. So there's no kick just yet, but this time, as we do the chamber and the spin, it's all in one movement like this. And if you do your chamber a split second before you start spinning, what will happen is it will take you around much more natural. So as opposed to going like this and then like this, which is okay when you're first learning ever how to do it, but most of you senior grades now have done a spin hook kick. So from here, the leg comes up and you rotate and spin at the same time, like that. And you can see how fast it brings you round. So you need to control your pivoting foot. So the next drill you're going to do is make sure your eyes go round. Whenever you do spinning techniques, the first thing that goes round is your head and your eyes, so you can see where your target is, okay? So you go chamber and spin at the same time, like that, and round, and the hands are still up. This time I'll do it on this side. So again, this lifts, you turn at the same time, and then straight down. Okay, so you want to practice that a few times as well. That's the second phase. So now what we've got to do for the third phase is actually put the kick on. Now, keep this midsection or whatever you're comfortable with. But now what we need to think about doing is spinning round, doing the kick and landing it in front. Now, you can see I'm standing in a red square. You don't obviously all have access to meter squares in your house, but you could use some sort of objects, or even drill cones if you've got them, all right? Anything that would help you to mark areas for your foot to land, okay? So what I'm going to do for this purpose is going to try and get my foot to land from there to there. So that means the spinning hook kick lands nice and balanced, okay? So I'll do it slowly first. So what we've got is a chamber, round, round, round. The hook kick starts to go out, and then it goes straight down like so. So when you spin round, most of you have heard me say in lessons many, many times, don't extend the hook kick too early or too late. It needs to be in the middle. So the middle would be between not facing your target and facing your target. So that would be here if I was spinning around this way. So when I get my body around to here, where I'm 90 degrees off target, that is when my hook kick starts to come out. It's the same with the side kick, it's the same with the crescent kick, all right? If you do it too early, okay, you end up doing this, which is what we said before, don't do. If you do it too late, what happens is you go around, and then it comes out like this, and then sometimes you get a bit of a pinch in your hip. All right, so you want to be facing 90 degrees off target. All right, so you go around, there. It starts to extend when my body's here. One more time. Starts to go around, look, there. I extend it at this point and go all the way through. Okay, so now, putting everything together, so the chamber, the spin, and remember the chamber and the spin have got to be done in unison at the same time. Okay, so now from the guard up, it's round and kick and there. This time I'm going to land it forward. So you go round, here and down, because now you can do the opposite side. All right, so again, you can either use a square to help you get your feet in the right place or something. But what you want to make sure is that your legs land a shoulder width wide. All right, so you're balanced and you're able to follow up with something else. So from here, it's round, kick, and then rechamber it, and straight down like so. Okay, so practice those 3 phases carefully, and remember that applies to side kicks and crescent kicks as well. The only thing that changes is the type of chamber you do. All right, but the golden rule is pivoting or starting to spin chamber at the same time. What will happen is you go around a lot faster, and then it's just a case of being accurate and getting it nice and controlled. All right, let us know how you get on in the comments, like and share the video, and you know, good training.